Alright, first thing we're going to do, this is some leftover frozen turkey with a little bit of bacon. It's actually from Thanksgiving, but it's been frozen, so it should be fine. We're going to cook that in the Instant Pot so it's nice and hot, and then we'll get going with the rest of this stuff. Alright, turkey's chopped up. Next, sausage. And of course, Jolene gets a little bit of sausage too. You like that, babies? Yeah, you do. Yum, yum. Next up, celery. Oh my gosh, I think we're gonna need more paper bowls. Alright, celery's done. Bell pepper. Next up, one chunky jalapeno. One Roma tomato. Alright, so hopefully the idling truck doesn't have too much background noise, but we've got our Instant Pot. We're going to put it into saute mode, and we're going to start with the sausage. So let's go to saute. The sausage should be okay, but just in case, I'm going to give it a little food lube, just to be on the safe side. Throw one of them in there, see when it starts spitting. Oh, it's starting to sizzle. Okay. Sausage time. Yeah, that's the sound we want. The turkey's actually going to go in the fridge. We'll add it after things have actually gotten to cooking. While that's browning, I better make sure I have a can opener because we were going to put some of this corn in there. I got to make sure that I can. Aha! I don't know how well this is going to mesh, but I like garlic, so I'm going to use a little bit of my garlic. Just a healthy scoop. For me. Now I think we'll bring in the veggies. Y'all. Looks like I'm making a lot of food. It's because I am. I had some ingredients in the fridge that needed to get used up. So, what I have is a handful of these little guys and some aluminum foil. And whatever I don't eat tonight, because I'll probably eat about this much, I will spoon into some containers and throw into my little deep freezer for leftovers that can be easily made in the Instant Pot on high pressure for 8 minutes, maybe. Quick release. Anyway, fast meals. I chopped jalapenos earlier. Kind of forgot about that when I itched my nose, and now I'm kind of dying. Alright, in with some seasonings. I'm a little apprehensive about being too salty, so we'll just put a little bit of that in. I do like me some pepper, however, so I'll put a bit of that in there. And then, I mean, right? Yes, maybe, hopefully. We'll lay that on. I gonna regret it later? We'll find out. Alright, this is gonna seem a little weird, but I've crushed, finally, this package of ramen noodle. This is gonna help thicken and give some texture to this weird truck stop gumbo, but we're not gonna use the seasoning packet, so we're gonna have to find it. It's in here somewhere. There it is. Alright, get rid of that thing. There we go. So as you can see, little teeny tiny bits. Nothing crazy. And then, lastly, the tomatoes. Those also not traditional, I know, but like I said, I gotta get rid of a tomato before it goes bad, so here we are. Am I gonna regret it if I do a little bit more Creole? You know, I don't think so. I'm gonna throw some more in there. Somebody at home is wincing and cringing right now. I don't care. It's smelling good, and I'm excited. So, we're gonna turn off saute. We're gonna add some water. Well, I'm gonna be doing this one-handed. That might not be enough. I want to be able to cover all of the ingredients, so I need just a smidge more water. Okay. All right, that's looking pretty good. Here's what we're gonna do. We got it stirred, so it's not gonna stick. We need the lid to the Instant Pot, so we'll grab that. All right, lid's gonna go on. We're gonna go slow cook, and we're gonna give it, what's this? We'll say 3 hours and 30 minutes. We'll keep the vent open, and yeah, now it's time to just let the magic happen. I suppose I should also mention that once we get down to about 20 minutes left, I'm gonna drain this can of corn, and it's gonna go in there, and in my freezer, that's gonna go in there too. All right. Might be a little bit early, but I feel like it's cooking a little slower than I planned, so I'm just gonna go ahead and get a jump on it. We're gonna put in the corn, the chicken or turkey, bacon turkey, and shrimp. Give those a little bit of time to do their thing. There we are. So we'll give this a little bit of a stir. It's looking pretty good. It's kind of weird with ramen in it, but okay. Let's do corn, mostly drained. Turkey, because I didn't have chicken. We'll get that stirred in. Is it hot? Yeah, it's pretty hot. Oh my. Just looking at my finger, that tasted really good. Now, shrimp. Oh my gosh, that's a lot of shrimp. Okay, I don't know if this is all gonna fit in this Instant Pot, but my understanding is even frozen, shrimp cooks pretty quickly. So we'll get it all buried in the hot liquid. That is about as full of a crock pot as it could possibly be. Leave it on vent. Hope for the best. Alright, I think we might be done. It's been been slow cooking for a little while. Had to increase the time for a bit. It's a little thin, but the shrimp, let's see if I can find one. The shrimp looks about cooked. Yeah, I think so. I'll give it a little more time. And then I'm gonna leave the whole pot thin like this because this sounds weird, just like the ramen noodles, but serving by serving, I'm going to use a little bit of powdered mashed potatoes to thicken it up as need be. Oh, look who just crept onto the frame here. Alright, I think it's ready.